wrote it like I was talking to someone and not talking to myself. What relevant step that I said I was going to take? What I mean by every other day, I mean there are days that you're going to sleep off. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shinti. For those of you that are just joining us, and if you are coming on this channel for like the first time and you haven't subscribed yet, please don't make it your last time by subscribing to my YouTube channel, turning on post notification, and of course giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it. But if it's not your first time, welcome back. So today, if you have like seen the title of the video, you already know what this video is going to be about, but so just in case, this video is going to be about how you can like write your New Year resolution. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a specialist, or how did they put it, I'm not a professional when it comes to stuff like this. But after the last video that I made about why your New Year resolutions weren't working, I got a couple of DMs and I got a couple of requests as to show them, as to people asking how they could write, their New Year resolution. If they could, if I could use mine as an example, or maybe like create a format. And I was like, okay, why not? Let me just come out and like read out a few of my New Year resolutions, and then also it enables me make you guys my accountability partner, and then in the same vein I'll show you guys how I write mine and how it works for me. So is this the kind of content that you want to see? Well, let's just get right into the video. So I am here with a jotter. My camera focus isn't, is it working? It's focused, I don't know, focus is not showing. This is the jotter that I got way back in school. It's a jotter where I wrote like important stuff. The jotter where I wrote like important stuff. I haven't got to my diary or my 2022 planner yet, so I decided to like just make do of this so I can be able to make this video. I don't know when my 2022 planner will be arriving, and I frankly don't want to make this video too late. So I decided to like, let's just make use with this. Let's just make do with this one. It's a very pretty jotter. I don't know what's wrong with my camera focus, but let's get right on. And the purpose of this pen is for me to be able to take out things that I've said before, so I'm not like blabbing into the video, so I'm not like repeating things over and over again. So let's go on. So moving on. This is 2022 resolution. I'm going to be plain white. Let's not bother. So the mantra for today, or for this year, is constantly reinventing myself so that I am better than I was with each passing day. The mistake that I made while writing this here was I wrote it like I was talking to someone and not talking to myself. What I wrote here was constantly reinventing yourself so that you're better than you were with each passing day. So that would be a correction I'll need to make when I'm like, transferring it to like my 2022 planner or my 2022 diary, whichever one that I'll be getting. And then the verse for the year is Philippians 4:13. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Believe me, guys, the things that I have for the year 2022, I'm going to need the strength of God Almighty to achieve it. And I'm not even lying. So the first New Year resolution that I made was, I said, to increase my spiritual intimacy with God. Okay, I have said that I want to increase my spiritual intimacy with God, and then right under that I said relevant steps to take. I didn't just jump to the next one. I didn't just say number one, so number two, so number three, so help me God. No, I did the first one, to increase my spiritual intimacy with God, and then relevant steps to take include taking Bible study more seriously, developing a fast routine, spending at least an hour with my Bible every day, reading and studying, getting more serious with kingdom service, praying in the spirit more often than I used to, and also learning to listen to preaching tapes. I used to know how to, I used to have a patience to listen to patient tape for hours. Sometimes I'd play them and go to bed, but I kind of suddenly just lost patience for it, and I don't want that for myself any longer. I don't want that for myself any longer. So these are the few steps that's going to help me to get back my sincere, deep intimacy that I used to have with God, or that I want to have with God from now henceforth. The time frame underneath that, there's the time frame. The time frame for this particular New Year resolution is every day of the year. Every day I have to take a step or two of these steps and then practice it, so because it brings me closer to my resolution, brings me closer to achieving my resolution. Now let me tell you what these steps does. Let me tell you what this step does. It serves as a sort of ginger. It serves as a sort of coach. It also serves as a form of motivation, so you're not easily derailed from your resolutions. You're not easily tired of your resolutions. You know, when you can just like wake up and like, this thing, I don't even know how to go about this thing. This steps is helping you go about it. That's why it's important that you highlight this step. It helps you break down. It helps you break down. And then the steps also makes your goal much more specific. It makes your goal much more specific. This is what you're doing, and then this is what I'm doing currently, because I want to get to a certain point, maybe at the end of the year, in the next 6 months, in the next 4 months. It helps you to be specific. It helps your goal to be specific. It serves as a coach, and then it serves as a form of motivation for it, so you're not easily derailed. That's like everything that I've been trying to say for the past 1 minute 30 seconds, I guess. So the next resolution for the year 2022 is to lose at least 20 kg from my current weight. We all know it's obvious that I have to lose weight. Every day my mom keeps telling me that in my ear, you've gotten so big, it's not good, you need to, let's just say that it's time that I go back to the body size that I used to be. And relevant step that I said I was going to take, I said I was going to cut down on my sugar and processed food intake, which is in bracket, I mean junk intakes. I was going to do that with by replacing my processed food with more natural foods, such as fruits or such as natural salads. Or I kind of like listed some of the things that I'm going to be saying here. So I don't want it to be so lengthy. And then the next thing that I said was intermediate fast from time to time. And then daily routine, the exercise at home for days that you can't make it to the gym. Then keto diet. A lot of water. Lots of water, less soda water, less soda drink. Lots of water, less soda drink. I just suddenly became a soda freak. This has contributed. I'm sure that also like contributed to 90% of my weight gain. And more proteins, less carbs, detoxification from time to time. These are the steps that I'm going to take. These steps are many more that I'll pick up along the way to lose weight. And then the time frame that I gave for myself was, I gave myself 2 to 3 months to lose 20 kg. The reason that I refused to spread it across 12 months is because I'm going to be lazy about it. I mean, I can just decide to be lazy and like, yeah, the goal is to lose 20 kg by the end of the year. I can do it in 2 to 3 months. That's because I have done it before. If you know me before, you know that I used to be a really chubby person, then I became a really slim person, and now I am now a really chubby person again. So the reason I'm giving myself 2 to 3 months is because I've actually done it before, so I know that it's just a matter of being disciplined again. I can actually achieve that if I want to. And then after 2 to 3 months, incorporating the next tip, that'll be the next thing that I said under my time frame, was incorporating these habits as your daily lifestyle every single day. Yes, so that's it about this particular goal. That's it about this particular goal. So The next goal that I put here was about self-development. Self-development is going to cut across a lot of areas of my life. Going to cut across a lot of areas in my life. So let's just say the relevant steps, the specifics of this self-development. So the specifics of this particular New Year resolution, and I think I'm going to stop here because this is like the few that I was able to write. My planner should be here today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, I don't know, but my planner or my diary should be with me. And a few, definitely before 2nd or 3rd of January, I should be able to have everything bolding and my part set. But so I think I'm going to stop here. So let's just like read the relevant step that I said I was going to take. The first relevant step that I said I was going to take was taking classes to improve my writing skills. Taking classes to, if you know me, I have skipped this particular step for the past 3 years since I made up my mind that I wanted to improve on my writing skills, but I keep skipping it every year. I'll take these classes next year. Don't worry, I'll take it next year. I'm done with having to do that. I'm going to take classes to improve my writing skills. The second one, I'm going to read a lot of books on emotional intelligence and actually practice them. I used to pride myself as being a very emotionally intelligent person, but somehow 2021 just sapped all of that intelligence away. So we need to restock. We need to chop up on that. We need to restock and we need to chop up on that. So I'm going to read a lot of books on emotional intelligence and practice them. And then the next thing that I said I was going to do was to keep fit. Keeping fit is you already know the plan that I need to do to keep fit. I already said that in my second, that was like the resolution that I just previously read out. Keeping fit. The next relevant step under self-development is getting intentional and vocal about my expectation, wants and needs, both from people and from situations. 2022 is going to be the year where I'm vocal about everything. I'm currently someone that takes in a lot of things and I don't talk about it until 5 years later, or I don't talk about it until 4 years later. It has ruined a lot of good relationships that I used to have with people. So I just felt that I wasn't going to do that to myself again. If you get me upset, I'm going to let you know that you got me upset respectfully. If I'm happy or if I feel like I'm having this thing for you, you give me butterflies in my belly, I'm going to tell you that you give me butterflies in my belly. Daily, that's what I mean. And then the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to have daily affirmations that I say to myself every day. I want to use my mouth to attract good things to myself. I'm always keen on what I say, but I want to be really, really intentional come 2022 with things that I say. I want to attract good things with my mouth. Next thing is constantly seizing opportunities to better myself, both physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. When I mean seizing opportunities, I mean taking those classes, I mean keeping fit, I mean reading books, I mean attending seminars, I mean investing, I mean spending more quality time with God. Those are kind of the opportunities that I'm talking about. All the stuffs in that line, those are the kind of opportunities that I'm talking about. And then another step on that is to constantly cross-examine myself to see if I'm the problem. This comes under relationship with people, and then relationship with people, both family, colleagues, friends, partners. This is it. If we have issues, I have to constantly cross-examine myself to make sure that I'm not the bad person, that I'm not the toxic person, that I'm not actually to a walkover too. Someone is not walking all over me. You understand that? When you understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that I'm just going to keep cross-examining myself, maybe every 2 months, every 2 weeks, just depend days that I can have deep thoughts and just be like, okay, this is what happened. Okay, I think I should have gone about this way, or I could actually see a therapist if I want to. This is part of my resolution. These are part of the steps to self-development. The next step under that is to taking YouTube more seriously. Example, planning my schedule and actually sticking to them. Now let's pause here and take a break. Your New Year resolutions shouldn't include your business plan for the year and your New Year resolutions together. Your New Year resolution is like your personal plan for yourself. It's like something that you made up your mind that you can do by yourself to, you can do by yourself with the help of your supreme, with whoever it is that you believe in. For me, it's God. With the help of God, that you can achieve by yourself this year. Now, business plan, you need to involve your team members, you need to involve your colleagues sometimes in making a business plan. So you should have a business plan for 2022, and you should have a personal resolution for yourself every year. It's very, very, very important that you separate these two. Please do not include the two of them together. It makes everything all mushy and all complicated. What you have to do is, okay, while you are working on yourself on this side, reading things that you're supposed to be doing for yourself on this side, you have a business plan that when you go out, you have plans that you're going to execute when you go out. I hope that I made sense anyway. So when I started taking YouTube more seriously, let's go back to that. So when I started taking YouTube more seriously, this is what I meant. This is like under my own business. It's like under my own business plan for the year 2022. This is like under my own business plan for the year 2022. So I just started taking YouTube more seriously, and I have already highlighted steps. I have a YouTube plan for the year 2022. That's like my own business plan. I have a blog plan for the year 2022. That's like my own business plan. So you see why I said it's important that you separate the two. Next is to be financially prudent. Guys, I have spent money and I have wasted money in the year 2021, and I'm not going to lie to you, but hopefully I'll be able to be financially prudent enough not to do that coming this 2022. How I intend to be financially prudent includes more saving and investing and less unnecessary spending. Sometime within the year 2022, I'm going to share my financial journey with you. Hopefully. So this is going to be more saving, more investing, and less unnecessary spending. I didn't say I'm going to cut down on my spending. You have to spend money actually to make for your upkeep. For if you're running a business, if you're running whatever kind of business that you're running, if you have a family that you're taking care of, you're definitely going to spend money. What I meant was unnecessary spending that you can actually do without spending it. That's what I meant. And then the last thing that I think I said under this was me first when it calls for it. When I say me first when it calls for it, I meant that I will be able to do things, live my life for myself, take certain decisions without feeling bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a family, I have friends that I consider before taking some certain actions. That's different. But when it comes to situations, you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to situations that you have to, just live life for yourself, I don't intend to put anyone first anymore. It's going to be me. Me, darling. Me, sweetie. Me. It's going to be me first when it calls for it, and I'm not going to be apologetic about it. Now, the time frame that I wrote for this was for the courses that I mentioned. I have listed down courses that I want to take. Some had 2 to 3 weeks, some had 5 days, some had 3 days, some even had a day. I've listed the courses that I want to take, and I have giving myself timeline for those courses, and then there's an every day, and then there's every other day. Now, when I say every other day, I'm going to stop here with the reading of my resolution. I think I have spoken for about 15 to 20 minutes or so, I'm going to stop here. What I mean by every other day, I mean there are days that you're going to sleep off. There are days that you're not going to feel like living life normally. There are days that you just want to go back to your old setting because you're trying to create a new settings for your life. There are days that you're not going to be in the mood to want to follow this set and these guidelines that you have placed for yourself. Please, when you've gone past those days, don't feel like, okay, I have fell off, so I'm going to continue next year. God forbid on your behalf. You're going to get up, you're going to dust yourself, and you're going to continue. If you fell off for 2 weeks, good and fine, you get up and you complete, and then you start from where you stopped. If you fell off for a month, you get up, and then even if you fell for 4 months, as long as you find the will to continue. Success isn't finding, I think they said success is like finding the strength to continue even after falling off or even after failure. You haven't failed, it's your life. You can restart, refresh, and begin again. 1st of January is not like a deadline. It's not the only day that you can restart your life. You can restart your life every other day, but it's a tradition for most people, most especially me. I used to do it before, then I stopped, and I felt like I have to pick up back my old habits again. So please, if you fall off, it's not the end of the world. Get up and pick yourself up and continue. That's like my sincere advice for this that I have read. And then another thing about New Year resolution is that if you feel like the time frame you've given yourself to achieve a certain goal and you couldn't achieve it, please congratulate yourself on how far you've been able to come, and adjust the time frame and continue working towards achieving it. Because you did not make it through that time frame does not mean that you have failed, or does not mean that there's something wrong with you, or does not mean that you're not a go-getter. No, you didn't make it through that time frame. Clap for yourself, readjust, and continue. Okay, sincerely hope that this thing was of help to you. I sincerely, honestly hope, because it has always been of help to me. So I sincerely hope that it was of help to you. So like I said, that I'm going to make you guys my so before I end the video, this is me telling you guys that I'm going to make you guys my accountability partner. At the end of every quarter, I'll be coming out to make a video where I tell you guys about my progress, my relapses, if there are any, and what I intend to do to, you know, avoid those relapses, or, you know, fight that relapse. So I'm going to make, for that means in the year 2022, I'm going to make like 4 of this kind of videos: 1st quarter, 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, and the 4th quarter. No matter how good or how bad it is, I must definitely make that video at the end of every quarter. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this video, because I did enjoy making it. And if you still have a problem with writing, or you have questions to ask concerning this video that I made, please feel free to ask in the comment section. I will answer every single person. I promise that I'm going to answer every single person. And so this is me signing out and telling you thank you for an amazing 2021. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for my 115 subscribers that have been with me since I started this channel. I know that 2022 is going to be the bomb. It's going to be lit. It's going to be definitely lit for all of us, including me, including you, including new subscribers that are coming to join us. So thank you so much for an amazing 2021. I'll see you in 2022. Thank you. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because bro, why haven't you subscribed? Why?